this is Claire Boscott here, and I'm here today to talk to you about my Buzz 4 from Thrive with Hive. Yes, you've seen the book, you've seen the cover. Today we're talking about Buzz 4, which is measuring. So we have understood what our customers want and who are our employees and what they talk about. That was Buzz 1. Then we've developed some standards. Yes, that was Buzz 2, remember that. Buzz 3, we trained our staff, which is great, that's what we want to do. Now, Buzz 4, it's all about measuring. Yes, only now you can start measuring your staff and their performances. And you can't manage what you can't measure, and that's an old adage from Peter Drucker actually said that. So what measuring is about, and it's my baby. That's what I started the business from 7 years ago. I realized that there was no one in Jersey to actually measure customer service, so I created that business to actually measure and give some feedback to the customers, to the clients, to actually see how their employees were performing. And I think at the time there was a lot of resentment about mystery shopping and about performances and about, because all the programs have been really bad promoted, and businesses were actually measuring without telling their staff. So there was a real resentment from the staff to actually understanding why they were doing that. So as soon as I started doing mystery shopping, I really pushed for the clients to actually be as transparent as possible. Make it something that the employees wants to do. They want to be performed. They want to realize that they're doing things right. And measuring performances is first to celebrate success. Yeah, we're doing it right. We're doing things right. So we need to say that. We need to give a pat on the back to people and say you're doing it right. But measuring is also to actually identify gaps, and that's where you can then start looking at performances and then start giving more training, and then start looking at where there's actually gaps and why your employees are not performing. And one of the areas that sometimes businesses forget is it may always be about training, it may always be about product knowledge, it may also be about employees' well-being. So measuring employees' well-being nowadays is very important in businesses. So we talk about that in the book. And finally, the last measurement is measuring their customer satisfaction. So check with them, make sure that you're doing things right, make sure you're giving them the right product, make sure that, they're satisfied. Ask them. It's not difficult. It's simple, a couple of 2-3 questions just to make sure you're doing it right. And they'll feel valued because you're asking them what they want. So measuring, it's about looking at your performances. You can do that. We're doing some mystery shopping programs, which we love mystery shopping. You can do that with assessing, going back into doing some surveying with your employees and surveying with your service satisfaction with your customers. You can have a little button on your website. You can have a click through to take to a couple of questions. You can have somebody with a little clipboard outside your door just asking a few simple questions just to make sure you're doing it right. So measure your customer service, measure your employees' performances, measure just to make sure you're all going in the right direction. If you want to know some more, go on my website, thebusyqueenbee.com, Thrive with a Hive. You can download the full book, of course, if you want, or you can download the mini book, which is just here, a little click here. Just press on that button here. And I look forward to getting you buzzing very soon. Thank you, bye.